Okay, thank you, Miss Molina. From here, I'm going to talk a little bit about Google Classroom, how to access it, how to operate it inside it, how to create some documents, and submit your work. So, I'm already logged in as the same generic student that Miss Molina was logged in as. Remember that your student login information is going to be.
Welcome, students and parents. I'm Mrs. Molina. I teach life science at AC Blunt Middle School, and I'm going to show you a few things to help you navigate your first day of school. Okay, one of the first things I'm going to show you is how to navigate your Gmail account. So, I guess the first thing to learn is how to access it. Well, there's multiple ways to access it. I'm going to show you three really quick. So, first, I'm going to open this up. I, of course, have these tabs, but you don't normally. You could press this for Gmail. All right, another way you can do it is to go to this little cube over here and press Gmail. Another way you can do it is type in gmail.com. All right, well, I only need one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and use an account that is a test student account. So it's not actually a student. Um, Although if you do not know your student email, it is always the first initial of your first name, first initial of your last name, and then your student ID number at student.apisd.org. And then your password. Now, if you do not know your password, but you do know your email, your password is always your birthday. It's the 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit years. So I was born February 4th, 1992. So I would put 0204-1992. So let's go ahead and get in. All right, now once we are in, I'm going to show you a few things. I'm going to show you first how to send an email if you need me or need any of us. You go up here to compose. It also has a plus mark. You press that. Yes, the back of my screen is black and yours is white. It's just reversed. I'm letting it load and it'll pop up a new message over here. So say I need to talk to my life science teacher in 7th grade. That is my email, bmolina@apic.org. And I want to say hi. And you can just put just saying hi. Thank you, generic, because that is the first name of the student that I'm in. And then I just would come down here to this button that says send and press send. And that definitely went on. To make sure that it's sent, you can go over here to the sent tab. It looks like it has like a sideways TP or an arrow. And over here you can see whether you sent or not. And of course it did. Now another thing is say you know what you want to say, but you don't know everything. So say I went in here and I said, hi, Mrs. Molina. But I didn't know what I wanted to say exactly. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Now, where do I find it? I find it over here in my drafts. Drafts looks like a page with the corner folded over. See, and it's right here, right where I left it. Now, let's say I didn't want this draft. I could also come over here to the trash can and get rid of it because I don't need it. Okay, another thing is to teach you your inbox is always where you will get your messages. Inbox looks like a TV screen, in my opinion. Don't think that's what it's supposed to be. But if I went in here and I chose one of these, and of course these two emails should already be in yours because you joined the Gmail team, and these tips are actually really helpful. But say I wanted to reply to this email, even though I can't, it says no reply, but say I did, and I would come over here to this arrow that's just like, looks like it's on the go. It's just going somewhere. So I'd press that, and then I would type in my reply, and I would send it on. All right, now that I've taught you the basics of the Gmail account, I'm going to go ahead and teach you a little bit about Google Calendar. Google Calendar is a big deal, and a lot of people don't tend to get on it as much as they probably should. So when it comes to your Google Classrooms, they're automatically set up on your Google account. So go ahead and right here is your Google Calendar. I'm going to show you a few ways to get a hold of it, just like I did before. So right here, we can press Google Calendar. It looks like a little calendar with, it says 31 on it. And then I'm going to go, so right here you can see your overview of what you have. This person I have in my first period life science class to give you examples. Another way I can access this is if I go to my little cube like we did with Gmail, come down and go to the Google Calendar. Now in the Google Calendar, you'll see everything. Let's go to the week that you're in. In this Google Calendar, you'll see any assignments that pop up, any events happening, any meets, anything that's happening in your classes. So a few things on here that I have, it looks like we only have Zoom meetings, although you wouldn't know that until you press on it. So right here, it tells you what time it is at. It has a button to join, and you can join by phone. If you can't do it by your computer, you can always join by phone. All right, so as I was showing you here, we have Miss Deeds, Google Meets. Would be for her first period. More than likely, yours is a little different unless you're in Miss Deeds' first period for 8th grade. All right, so let's say I went ahead and decided to go into mine because I have one here for my first period. And I'm going to go ahead and go join with Meets. So now I'm going to teach you a little bit about Google Meets. There's some function I can't show you, but you'll be able to understand it once I get into it. So, of course, there's no camera found because I do not have a camera attached to this computer. But we do want to see your faces, not an icon. We don't want to see your name across the screen. We want to see your faces. We want to know whether you look like you're getting it or not. We want to know if there's concerns. And we can't do that unless we know what kind of facial expressions you got going on. So in order to do that, you gotta make sure this is turned on. Right now it's turned off, but if I pressed it to turn on, it would automatically connect to your camera on your Google Chrome or whatever device you're on. Mine can't because I don't have a camera on here. But before you ever join, you also gotta make sure your mic is off. Your microphone has to be off, because if you joined us for our Meet the Teacher, you would understand that when your mic is not off, it tends to, all that background noise, whether you just moved in your chair or whether you just had a little cough, or whether people are talking in the background, say your mom's watching TV in the next room over, we can hear all that little bit of stuff. So make sure your microphone is off, okay? And then when you get in, you'll press join now. All right, so I am in, and of course I don't have a microphone, or you would see me here. A camera, or you would see me here. But my microphone is off, so no one will be able to hear me unless I'm spoken to and asked, or if you have a question to ask. Most of the time, the best place to put a question is in the chat box, because then the teacher can see it and address it right away. Another thing is we all have glitches. So what if our Google Meets attendance thing doesn't work right? So go in here. I'm going to go and write generic student, because that is what this student's name is. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in my chat box just in case. I don't want any issues with attendance. I want my teacher to know I was here. So, and then whenever you're ready to get off, all you have to do is press that X button and you're gone. You're off. You're good to go. Okay? So, I can't show you anymore because I don't have assignments here to be able to show you. But when you do have an assignment, you just be able to click on that assignment, and that assignment you just have to click on it, and that assignment will take you anywhere you need to the assignment to complete. It won't keep you here. So that's another way you can get into the Google Classroom, because it will take you to Google Classroom to complete that assignment. So that is all I have for Google Calendar.
Okay, thank you, Miss Molina. So from here, I'm going to talk a little bit about Google Classroom, how to access it, how to operate it, how to submit assignments, and even check your work, and maybe some other tools like creating different documents, things like that. First, I'm already signed in, or you would see the blue sign in button right here. But I'm already signed in as the same generic student that Miss Molina was working with. Remember that your student login information is going to be different. So your login is going to be the first initial of your first name, the first initial of your last name, your student number at student.apisd.org. And your password is going to be your 8-digit birthday. That's no spaces, no dashes, no slashes, nothing but the numbers. So if your birthday was January 1st of 2001, then your password would be 01012001. So again, I'm already logged in, so I can come right up here to the waffle and choose Classroom. And that'll take me to a list of all of the classes that I'm enrolled in. You're going to have more classes here. This student is only in 3 classes right now. One of them is MLB 2020, which is a fake classroom that we have set up so that we can explore this a little bit. When you open it up, it takes you to the stream, which is the main screen for the classroom. And it's where it's like social media. It's just going to be the most recent comments or announcements are going to be on top, and you can scroll down and see some of the older ones. But again, anytime a teacher makes an announcement or posts a new assignment, they'll be there. Students can comment in some classes if the teacher has it set up that way. So this class, the teacher has it set up where students can comment. So you just click there and comment, maybe add an attachment, and push post. From there, again, this is your stream tab. Okay. From there, we can go to the Classwork tab, and we see that this class has a topic of MLB teams for the week of August 24th through 28th, and all of the work for the week is going to be in here. Now, it may not all be there on Monday, but as we go, the teacher will post more assignments. But one thing that will be there on Monday is an agenda. So this one is called TWIB, which stands for This Week in Baseball. And so for this class, it tells me that on Monday, we're going to explore the New York Yankees. On Tuesday, we'll talk about the sorrows of being a Texas Rangers fan, and so forth and so on for each day. So I can come in here on Monday and just kind of get an idea of what's going on. Some teachers will post a little more explanation about the different assignments, but it's just a real quick rundown of what's happening in class this week. I can close that out and move to attendance. So every day there's going to be an attendance assignment, and it's absolutely critical that you do the attendance assignment on the day that it's assigned. So this one is for Monday, August 24th, and it says it is for attendance. Those are going to be short assignments. They won't take you very long, but it's how you get marked present in class. So you need to make sure that you do those on the day that they're assigned. You can do them anytime between 8 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. You'll see right here the due date. The due date is wrong. It should actually be August 24th at 11:59 p.m. But you can open that up and view the assignment. You'll see that it's worth 100 points, which it probably wouldn't be for an attendance assignment. And the instructions are, please create a Google Doc and type hello. So where do we do that? How do we create a Google Doc? Well, you can go to your waffle and go to Google Docs, but Classroom is set up to make it easy for you. So right here, you have your work, and you can click add or create, choose Docs. Docs is like Microsoft Word, and it'll take just a minute to open it up. You click right there, and the instructions were to type hello. So type hello, and the cool thing about Docs is it saves automatically. So right there, it says last edit was seconds ago. That means basically as soon as I was done typing, it saved it. So I can close that out. And if there was a 2-part assignment or I needed to create something else, I could add something else there, where I can turn it in. It'll ask me, one attachment will be submitted for this assignment. Are you sure you want to turn that in? Yes, I do. And then I remember, you know what? I think I mistyped hello or misspelled hello, so I can unsubmit it. I want to make a change, so I'm going to unsubmit it. It'll kind of give you a reminder there, unsubmit or add change attachments. Make sure that you resubmit once you do that. So I'm going to hit unsubmit and come right back to the same document. Say, yes, in fact, I did misspell hello, so I'll make that change. Again, last edit was seconds ago. It's already saved it for me, so I can close it and come back and hit turn in again. Again, you have to make sure that you turn it in again. And I'll click turn in. And now that's submitted and my attendance is done for Monday. So from there, I can click back on MLB 2020. Knowing that my attendance is done and I'm all set, I can look and see if there's any other work that I need to do for Monday. And it looks like, yes, for Monday, August 24th, there's a new assignment here. It says, please create a Google Slides with pictures that shows why you want the New York Yankees to lose tonight. It doesn't have a due date, which means I can work on it at any time this week. But I want to go ahead and get it done. So I'm going to click on View Assignment. It's worth 100 points. And again, I'm going to create a Google Slides, which is like PowerPoint, with pictures that show us why we want the New York Yankees to lose tonight. So same thing, I can come to Your Work, Add or Create, Slides. It'll create a blank one for me. So I'll open that up. And again, the assignment was to create a slides with pictures. I'm going to go ahead. I don't want these boxes on here, so I can right click and cut them away. And then I have a blank slide. Also, I could come over here to apply layout, and there's a blank one right there. But it was fairly easy to delete the boxes that were there. So I've got to put pictures in here that say why I want the New York Yankees to lose. Well, I think I want them to lose because I am a Rangers fan. You can see I've already searched it right there, but I'll type it in anyways. I'm a Rangers fan, and I'm looking for pictures. So I'm going to change that to images. And you know what? I think this is a pretty good one. It has the Doppelrangers on there. So I'll right click and copy the image, and then I can come back and right click and paste it in there. So once that's saved, I can close that out. I can close my Google Drive out. If I have any doubts about it, I can go back and double check. And both my slides are there with both my pictures, and I'm happy with that. So I'll close it and click turn in. Again, it's going to say it's going to submit an attachment for this assignment, and make sure that I'm ready for that. Click turn in. So now I've done my attendance assignment and my daily work for Monday. Go back to the classroom, and I have my class drive folder. So the class drive folder is where all of your assignments are going to be kept. So anytime you create an assignment for a class, it'll automatically save it in here. You also have access to your Google Calendar, just like Ms. Molina talked about. I can click on that and it'll open up a new tab with my calendar in it. And I won't go into that because Ms. Molina talked about it. You can also go to your People's tab. Now, the generic student is the only student in here, so the only thing you see is the teacher, which is me, actually. But if there were more students, you would see more people here. Okay, so that should just about cover it for Google Classroom. There's a lot more that you can do inside of Google Classroom, but that'll get you started for Monday. Remember that on Monday, all of your teachers are going to be live during the classes that you're assigned to them at the time that you're assigned to them. They want to just take an opportunity to meet you, get to know you a little bit better. You get to know them, kind of explain how some things are going to work in class. And so we'd very much like for you to join us according to your schedule at the time that you're assigned to those classes. If you can't make it, then that's okay. But we do want you to try to be there and get to know your teachers, get to know your classmates, and get to know a little bit about how the classroom is going to operate. So if you can do that, that'd be great. Um, Otherwise, we're looking forward to seeing you virtually in the classroom and hopefully soon in the building. I hope you have a great weekend and a great Monday.